Today our lesson is very good. You're gonna love it. Let me quickly share the topic for today. The best lesson I have learned. So, as everyone can see on the screen, the topic for today is the best lesson I have learned. Giving you 1 to 2 minutes to plan your answer, and then we'll start the topic.
Ma'am, it can be anything, ma'am. Any lesson, ma'am.
Yes, any lesson.
Okay, ma'am. Then I will try to speak first, ma'am. I try my best. Okay, ma'am. I have learned lot of lessons from my life. We till 12th standard, I did not know anything about the life. Like I used to be very disorganized person. And I didn't know about the cooking, cleaning, like handling dog. After 12th standard, I can see tremendous change in my life. I have learned a good cooking from my mother during pandemics, even how to organize your life, even as well as your room. So till now I can see lot of changes in my life. And when I was child, I had a dog, and after he uh, passed away in that time I was in hostel, ma'am. And then when I came back from hostel, I told my mother, I want new dog. Then she told me, no, you cannot handle the dog. And then during pandemic, one thing my mother did for me, she bought a beautiful puppy for me. And then I from that day, ma'am, I'm just raising him. I just take care of my both dogs as my kid, as just like my kid. I'm whenever I wake up, I make sure just my before starting my work, before the start my work, I make sure I just want to feed them first, and I take care of them. So in my life I can see lot of changes. Just like I didn't know about the how to take care of my ourselves. Now I know whatever work you have to do, just plan your day before just plan your day before one day before, just plan your day. So you then next day your life would be very life will be very easier. That's it, ma'am.
Good, Isha. Isha, you don't give time to your thoughts. And
Yes.
while you speak, you hesitate means like the last sentence. You are pretty confused what to say.
Okay, ma'am.
So, you start first, so you don't get a time, you don't get a chance to think or rack your brain. But other students
Mhm.
who talks afterwards, they get some time to think.
Okay, ma'am.
So that's why I tell you that I am giving you 1 to 2 minutes in the beginning.
Okay, ma'am. I will keep in mind,
Yeah,
ma'am.
definitely,
Okay.
because it's better to think for 1 to 2 minutes of the topic.
Okay,
Does
okay,
not
ma'am.
matter. Yeah.
May I, ma'am? Meera?
Yes, Meera. Go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, is the incident of my childhood when I was nearly 9, 10 years. And that time, my grandmother was alive, and boy was selling ghee, ma'am. And so my grandmother said that he's looking innocent and I think we should purchase ghee from him. So we decided that we should purchase, and that was the evening time, ma'am. So my grandmother called him inside of the house, and he said that means what is the price of the ghee, and he bought the ghee. Then, ma'am, my grandmother said that you empty in our jar, but he said that I am getting late and it is too late. My brother is hungry. My brother is hungry, so I have to go. So I will come yesterday and I will bring it. Then my grandmother said, okay. Then my grandmother said to my mother that you uh, heat this ghee and pour in our jar. That my mother go in kitchen and she heat the ghee, and she showed that upside of the jar ghee and the bottom of the jar boiled potato. So, ma'am, we soaked because the ghee was nearly 5 kg. So, next day we wait for him, but he did not come. And that time I learned this lesson that we should not purchase something from unknown person, ma'am.
Very good. Very good lesson, I would say, Meera. Meera, when you were using the past tense, मतलब when you were talking about the story, वहां पे आप past tense नहीं use कर रहे थे. For example, आपने बोला my mother go to, my mother went to,
Yeah.
right? तो इसका आपको खास ध्यान रखना है. मैं ये सबसे बोल रही हूँ, ये टॉपिक आप पास्ट में बताएंगे. क्या सीख आपको मिली है जिंदगी से, आपने क्या लेसन है जो सीखा है, तो इसके साथ आप एक एक्सप्लेनेशन भी देंगे, एक स्टोरी भी सुनाएंगे, रेलेवेंट एनेक्डोट. उसके लिए आपको पास्ट टेंस का ही यूज करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज ये टॉपिक जनरल नहीं है, ये टॉपिक प्रेजेंट में नहीं यूज हो सकता. राइट?
Okay, ma'am.
यस.
Thank you, ma'am.
यहाँ पे
Other
कुछ
things was okay, ma'am.
जी, बाकी सब कुछ ठीक था. मेरा सिर्फ ये जो पास्ट टेंस की गड़बड़ी आपकी, ये ठीक नहीं हो रही है. माय फादर यूज्ड टू पार्टनरशिप, ओके, विद देयर फ्रेंड्स, विद हिज फ्रेंड्स आएगा ना यहाँ पे, बट हिज फ्रेंड्स हैड गिवन हैंड. इन दिस फ्रेंडशिप ही लर्न वी शुड नॉट डू पार्टनरशिप. आपको अपना बताना है सन, अपने फादर का नहीं बताना कि उन्होंने क्या सीख ली. ही लर्न भी ठीक है. I have learned, don't judge book of this cover. No, this is wrong, Hayat. It should be, don't judge a book by its cover. Its is important. IT and apostrophe S. Sorry, ITS without apostrophe. Its cover. Don't judge of the people. nahi hoga. Don't judge the people when you see them for the first time. Yes.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
How are you, ma'am?
I am good. How about you, Zishan?
Good. Great, ma'am. You look like so fresh today. I
Oh,
think
thank
you did not have anything to do in the morning.
I'm not getting your question. Sorry, you did not have.
I said you and have anything to do in the morning, so that's why. Like you're free. Like I'm just asking about your morning activities. Regular activities you do. I'm audible, first of all.
Yes, you are audible. I am trying to. Acha, you are from. But it's evening, na?
But I'm asking about yourself. What you did in the morning. I'm sad you did not have anything to do in the morning, so that's why you look fresh or you look so energetic. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, acha, no, nothing like that. Maybe I don't do a lot of things for like home
Okay.
chores. I have no interest in doing home chores. So yeah, I'm kind of like free in the afternoons.
Right. So, as far as topic is concerned, in my opinion, you learn, it's a lifelong process. It is not about you just learn one lesson and that would be enough for your life. So when you interact with people, you do new different things, and initially you fail. Initially, you feel this face disappointments. But what I learn, which I usually consider it's a very worthy, it's a very important, a person should have a sense about that concept, that is, you shouldn't expect anything from any persons, like from your father, from your parents, anybody, even parents, sometime with parents, because uh, 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 it happened with me. For example, if I have been doing something for someone, so it should be you should expect your expectation from your creator, from your god. You shouldn't do favors with other persons, considering that you will get something in return. So that's what I learned with my different experiences. And since I got this, seriously, my life become so easy, so comfortable, and I mostly stay happy. And what if somebody called me or asked me any favor? So I'm happy to do that. But considering this, keeping this point in my mind, I will not ask that person reciprocally. So I think the best lesson you can learn from your life is you shouldn't consider other person while doing while doing favor, while doing work. So that's what I wanted to say.
Very good, very well done, Zishan. Very good lesson that you have learned. And it's like from your lesson, हम लोगों को भी सीख मिल रही है. We are also learning from the same.
Right, man.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Abhay.
What is topic, ma'am?
So the best lesson I have learned, this is the topic.
Means, ma'am,
Ma'am, after
Meaning?
Abhay, may I go, ma'am?
Yes, Karthik, you can go ahead.
Now I can go, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. First of all, actually, I would like to keep the title for my today's speech is wastage. Um, if we observe, so many means there are lots of things we waste unnecessarily, means without knowing the use of them. For example, if we take food, first thing I would like to say about food. Uh, Without having maturity, means in our childhood or in our teenage, we waste a lot of food daily. Um, Even I also wasted so much food in my childhood and till my teenage, I can say. But one day, actually, on my birthday, my parents took me to one orphanage um, to celebrate my birthday. There, actually, I saw lots of people who were carrying plates in their hands. Means means for the food. So that time means I saw when I put some kind of sweets and so many tasty dishes in their plates, I could see the happiness on their faces. Then I thought like, Arey yaar, for this silly reason, they were so happy. Means I didn't understand actually that age actually I didn't have that much maturity to understand that thing. Like even means I thought like only toys or cars, means like toy cars or something would make me happy. But when I saw the happiness in their faces by just with these small things, I could sense that okay, yeah, okay, these things can also make people happy. So after coming home, then my mom asked me that now did you observe that how happy they were, means even for small things. Then from that day actually I stopped, means whenever some in marriages actually they put lots of things in our plate. uh, then from that day actually I decided not to waste anything. So even though I go to marriage, I only say that if I want, I'll only ask, please don't put so many dishes in my plate because they would get wasted. So not only this, even in my parties also, uh, I made sure that not to cook so much of food and waste, and not to cook so much of food and throw it in the dustbin after the party. So that day, from that day actually, I have, means actually I donated some food if even means leftover food in my house or in the parties to the poor persons. uh, is food concept, man. And coming to one more thing related to the now situation, oxygen. uh, we can relate the cutting down the trees to these oxygen levels. For example, we don't know the value of oxygen till the start of corona. Now means we unnecessarily cut down so many trees. uh, then now if we observe during corona times, especially in Delhi, so many people used to wait in their cars for oxygen cylinders. Means uh, so actually we are getting so much of oxygen naturally, but without knowing its importance, we are waiting for oxygen cylinders. Uh, means now they realize the value of oxygen, how important it means. Even means not only now, if we cut down the trees like this for some years, actually every family needs some oxygen cylinders for every person. Not only during corona, if we do this gradually for so many years, for 50 years or look, every means like we are buying water bottles from outside, we need to buy oxygen cylinders from outside. It happens, means if we don't stop cutting down the trees. So ions means this lesson also I learned in the childhood, ma'am. Simply I used to cut down the flowers unnecessarily, and simply means I used to simply means pull out the small plants, and my mother used to sow them in the soil. So then I learned so many lessons. In this lesson, I learned recently that we should not unnecessarily cut the flowers or whatever in the nature. Means we should try to add more to the nature. We should not destroy the nature. And one more thing, last point, ma'am, I would also like to talk about the wastage of water. We know, actually, in my childhood, means, can I say up to teenage, when I used to brush, or means when I used to bath, or in so many things, means so many places, I used to get lots of water. And I also used to, means when I, after returning from home, after returning home from my school, I used to throw away the waste, means leftover water in my water bottle. Means I used to do these kind of things a lot. But actually, I went to one city, ma'am. Actually, the time they faced lots of problem for drinking water, especially in summer season. Then I realized that okay, means I wasted a lot of water till now. So from today onwards, I should make sure that it means I should not do like this. So from that day, actually, I didn't waste any water. Yeah, that's it, ma'am.
Very
Means
good.
these lessons are learned by me, and these
Uh-huh.
lessons should be learned. These lessons should be learned by everyone, not only me.
Yes, definitely.
Isn't
Wastage of food is actually not good, and we should learn lessons that so many people are hungry, they don't have anything to eat, they don't have food to survive. Yes, very well done, Karthik. No such grammatical mistakes, but a lots of nahi hota, lots of hota hai. So either go for a lot of or lots of. So Tushar is saying the best thing I have learned is that don't give up anything and try hard to catch them. तुषार आपका सेंटेंस फॉर्मेशन बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है. पहली बात तो यहाँ आएगा, द बेस्ट थिंग आई हैव लर्नड इज दैट डोंट गिव अप ऑन एनीथिंग, और डोंट गिव अप एनीथिंग try hard to achieve it. Catch them नहीं आएगा, it आएगा. And wanna tell one thing, I am not boy, I am girl. पारस वंखवानी, पहली बात तो अगर आप गर्ल हैं तो आप अपना नेम चेंज करिए. यहाँ पे आपको हर कोई पारस पढ़ेगा और आपको लड़का ही समझेगा. I've learned the best lesson. I not believe any person life is very difficult, but I understand in my life all problems and all. Mandeep Kaur, sentence formation incorrect. Respect and love yourself and others will do the same. This one is better. You will discover that there is no such thing as mistake. Never done financial actions in emotions. Never done नहीं आएगा, never take आएगा. यहाँ पे सागर. Never take financial actions. Ma'am, wanna ask you something? Please ask. Yesterday you were saying that you sent me message for 3 times. Ma'am, where you sent? I was searching there. पारस, आपने वो पूछा था ना डिप्लोमेटिक वाला, यही कमेंट बॉक्स में तो भेजूंगी मैं, और कहाँ भेजूंगी? अगर आपने क्वेश्चन यहाँ पूछा तो मैं रिप्लाई भी कमेंट बॉक्स में ही करूंगी. लाइफ इज अबाउट जर्नी एंड लेस अबाउट डिस्टिंक्शन. So I can message you can see. But the day I didn't do anything, ऐसा मैंने आपको पहले बताया था, think नहीं होता, thing होता है, THING. But my friend blamed me and it was a very sad day for me. I learned in this who had a weak person, they attacked those. नहीं समझ में आ रहा. All right. Who's next? आई बिलीव सबको यहाँ पे टॉपिक पता है. मैं एक बार और दिखा देती हूँ टॉपिक. द बेस्ट लेसन आई हैव लर्नड. दिस इज द टॉपिक फॉर टुडे. द बेस्ट लेसन आई हैव लर्नड. जो एक सीख, द बेस्ट लेसन जो आपने अपनी जिंदगी से सीखी है. ऑलवेज रिमेम्बर, हमें हमारी गलतियों से सीख मिलती है, एक एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है. तो आज वही मैं जानना चाहती हूँ कि आपको क्या बेस्ट लेसन लाइफ से मिला है. In the early age, parents tell us, they teach us the lessons of our lives. But उसके बाद हम खुद ही समझना शुरू कर देते हैं चीजों को. So, I believe 3-4 students have spoken so far. Isha, Karthik, Zishan, only 3 students.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Hi, Razi. Good afternoon.
Yeah, ma'am. So I want to go with topic, the best lesson I have. Ma'am, do we need to use ever here, ma'am? I have ever learned.
Your call, your call, your call. वैसे best है तो ever भी लगाएंगे, नहीं भी लगाएंगे तो चलेगा. The best lesson that I have learned or I have ever learned, your call. Both are correct.
Okay, ma'am. So I think each day we are learning some new lesson. But for me, the best lesson I have ever learned is that we need to be practical. Don't be emotional or sensitive. Otherwise, the world will use you as a doormat. So you need to have your own decision. You need to be good at decision making. Like sometimes you go and ask to people, I want suggestion. What should I do? Though the solution is there in your mind, but you go and ask them. And sometimes you get carried away because of that. You are not able to take decision. So you need to listen to everyone, but finally be practical. Don't think that that he's senior or his experience that he's telling me, so it would be right decision for me. You know the best thing for yourself. Means that the suggestion always matters, but it's not always work for you. Like suppose for the youngster, they know their passion, their interest is towards what they know, the best inclination of themselves. But even though they get scattered, my parents wanted to do me this thing or that thing, so in that way it's their time to take that call. So that time they need to be practical. Okay, whatever happened, I'm going to take the responsibility of my life. So that is the one thing, ma'am. Even being practical means like you need to understand that what is the turning point for your life, and you need to be really very careful. Like sometimes we even get carried away in relationship, ma'am. So we thought that no, this person or relatives, they love me a lot. But the thing is, when there is a earning stage, that time you should not give importance to any other man, any other thing, or any other person. So that time just you need to focus on earning. Like some festival is there, occasion is there, so you want to be socialized, and people they simply tell you that you need to mix, this is age that you need to enjoy your life, and with studies you need to do all these things. But sometimes even we get distracted, so that time you really need to focus on earning, I feel that. Because once you earn, automatically you will get everything, either it's girlfriend or your relatives, everyone is going to ask you, you will get the respect. So be practical, don't take any decision being emotional. Yes, ma'am, that's all.
Very good, Razi. Very well spoken.
Yeah, ma'am, thank you.
No grammatical mistake. This is actually very good. Improvement I can see. Means you always speak well. It's just your vocabulary is also good and your ideas are very good. Presenting your ideas is the main thing that you actually do really well. You, Karthik, very well. So good work.
Thanks, ma'am.
You're welcome. Who's next? Vishakha, Shilasa, Sajal, Sachin, Mandeep, Kashinath, Deepak, Abhay would like to speak. इस टॉपिक तो बहुत अच्छा है, आप लोग क्यों नहीं बोल पा रहे आज? Nobody is
Yes,
speaking.
ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Abhay.
Ma'am,
जी.
ma'am, I lot of things learn in my life, ma'am. And earlier, I saw that during the corona pandemic, if people on problem, then nobody help in this problem. Even near relative, near friend, if on when on problem or any suffer from the COVID-19, then people searching relative and nearest person who come and help me. Then lot of cases I saw a person without his relative or without any cooperation, his family or any woman lost his husband due to improper, insufficient treatment, ma'am. Many families I heard or also I saw his husband and wife, yeah, any relative died, then no one, no any relative came to his ma'am. Nobody came on his क्या बोलता है जो दाह संस्कार होता है उसमें भी नो यस मैम nobody yes, ma'am, came to support due to fear of corona pandemic.
Yes. Yes.
Many people throw the dead body in river or in a Ganga without uh, without cooperation and uh, insufficient of money. So that time many person have no money. So so give the treatment or uh, do the last rites. So I learned that people when on harm, then nearest relative also left to support me. If I am right, then I am right, then everybody support me. But when I have requirement, I need, then nobody help me. Ma'am, I learned from family कि you always respect the elder. So my nature is cooperative. I try to help the person who needy and who is any requirement, then I provide the support money by money and physical also, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Very good, Abhay. Who's next?
You can go if anyone is not there.
Yeah, let me just ask. Deepak, Vishakha, Sajal.
May I?
Yeah, may I? Okay.
Yes, Sajal and then Vishakha. Great.
Okay.
Ma'am, my best lesson I have learned in my life as time of I got my first job
Okay.
because I joined in my first job and I took the responsibilities and I feel I become very responsible person first time and at that time one day I am very depressed because my branch deposit percentage is very low and very bad condition. So and the quarter is final quarter of the financial year and final month of the quarter. So my seniors my seniors and colleagues are pressurized to me to anyhow to increase your branch deposit percentage and you do anything. So after that I think what what I'm did. So and I calling to many my customers, my advisors and customers, but anyone said me no. We are no this at that time we ready for the any deposit, but I decide to anyhow to become my branch on top in the region. So I call many person, but one person has agreed to deposit, and he deposit the number of amount is 20 lakh. So the amount is is very high in the region, because no branch is deposit a large amount in a one shot and in one day. So after I deposit and open the account, and my regional manager called me, and he said me one thing, Sajal, you if you decide something, you can do anything in your life. So that's the best lesson in my life, man. If I learn.
Okay, so Sajil, your lesson was good, but if I talk about the sentences, you were talking about past. For example, when I started my first job, it was my first job. आपने बोला it is my, ऐसे आपने was की जगह इसका यूज किया, और उसके बाद भी बीच बीच में आप जो है पास्ट टेंस का नहीं प्रेजेंट टेंस का यूज कर रहे थे. तो मैंने ये चीज पहले ही क्लियर कर दी कि स्टूडेंट्स, ये टॉपिक आपका पास्ट रिलेटेड है, कि आपने जिंदगी में क्या लेसन सीखा. तो पास्ट में कुछ हुआ जिससे आपने लेसन सीखा है, राइट? तो प्लीज ट्राई टू यूज द पास्ट एज अ सेकंड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sajil, so you need to brush up your past tense.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Shakha, now you can go ahead. You're welcome.
Okay, ma'am. My best lesson I have learned is quite bitter. The lesson is every girl and every woman should know how to learn money. So she must learn to stand on her own feet. When I was in school and I'm a student, I am a college student. Then I used to earn my pocket money by myself. But then, when I got married and I came in my law's house, my mother-in-law, she was already passed away, and I have to handle whole house and every relationship, and I have to look after my husband and my in-laws. So I didn't get time to do any job, or and my in-laws are um, they have conservative mind. So uh, if you do household chores, if you do household chores, look after your husband, children, in-laws all the day, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter. If you are literate enough, if you have some idea, you are able to handle everything. But none of them consider you as an important person, I think. And I have seen. So my lesson is the you when you take when there is any case of responsibility, they ask you. I have I have no any problem, but I handle my whole house. But sometimes I feel like that you must earn money that your for your importance. So my lesson is I can't say them. I have seen that Priya Chopra's video also.
Yes,
So
yes.
lesson
Priyanka
is to
Chopra is
have
very good. She always educates
every
people
girl
on women
first.
empowerment, women independence. Yes.
So
Yeah.
I want to tell every girl, first try to stand on your own feet.
Mhm.
As Razi told, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a very good lesson, Vishaka, that you talked about. But again, past में is का use हो रहा था was की जगह. When I was in school, आपने बोला when I am in school.
Okay.
ठीक है, तो ये थोड़ा सा आप लोगों ने ध्यान देना है.
Hello.
Ma'am, I would like to go if anyone is not there.
नहीं है कार्तिक. Let me just ask ना people.
Okay,
Pushpin,
ma'am.
Hello.
No problem.
you like to speak because you are unmute.
Excuse me, can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. I was actually pretty much confused about this app because I'm totally new here and I don't actually understand the layouts and mechanism of this app. So I'm a little bit confused, and that's why I asked you if you can actually hear me.
Definitely, I can hear you. I think this is the first time that you have joined the session, right?
Yes. And this app, I just installed it today.
Oh, okay. So welcome to Hello English, Pushpendu. This is the speaking session. So in speaking session, what I do, I generally give a topic, and the other students give, give their stories, or they tell us the stories they related to the topic. They speak on the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. So today our topic is the best lesson I have learned in my life.
This is the topic, and I should speak something on that topic only, right?
Yeah.
Best lesson I have learned. What type of lesson? Any type of lesson in my life, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just very much confused. What should I speak?
It's okay. You can take some time, Pushpendu. Other students will talk. Just listen to them, get some idea, and then you can speak. It's not like you have to speak on
okay. I want to clear a doubt very first up anything, and that's it. If anyone is speaking, they can also speak right in between us also. Or not, only 2 ways.
First you are speaking. Once you will be done, I'll give you the feedback. For example, what mistakes you are making, what you need to improve, and then the other person will start speaking.
The thing I want to ask you, if instead of me, if anyone is speaking, and after he or she finishes his speech and I want to speak, then what should I do?
You will speak, na?
Okay. Oh, so this speaking continues.
No, continuous. I will give the person the feedback, and after that I'll ask you to go ahead.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so yeah. So Pushpendu needs some time. Who else will speak on the topic? Sachin?
Yeah, ma'am. May I speak?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so the best lesson that I have ever learned, that is, don't expect anything from anyone. This is the best lesson that I have ever learned in my life, because in my life I have seen many people who has two faces. They show one face in my side and another face in back side. So I don't like those people who just show their two faces and behaving like a person, and after me they are doing back bitching or something like that. So because you never know in your life who will achieve you, who will consider you as a best friend, or who will be as a best guy for you. So this is the best thing, and it will be always be in a situation that you will be practical, and if the person, in suppose just in case, if they deceive you or they give any uh, deceiving thing, or they make any false excuse, so you will never disappoint with that. And it's very rare to find a friend who is your best guy in your life. So that's all I have following nowadays. And the bad incident happened with me regarding this. From that day I always follow this rule, and even though you may observe in my personality that I never accept anything from anyone. I just go from the way I talk with them, and if they agree, that's good. Other else, if they are not agree, no problem. So this is what I have learned, and I am also following the my lesson that I have learned.
Very good, Sachin. Yeah, I think this is very good. Don't expect anything from anyone. So,
Then may I add one point on this?
1 second, Rad. Yeah, you go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So the topic is never expect anything from anyone, but I think expectation is natural. We expect from our closer one or stranger
Yes,
as
for
well,
the loved
but
one.
it should be real. Like it should not be imaginary. Like suppose
Yes.
if we are in relationship and if I'm telling to other person, to next person that when we are in relationship, you don't have right to think about others. So that's not possible. Even I'm thinking of others, so
That's
he
normal
also has the right.
human nature.
Yeah.
Expectation leads to disappointment. That is true. That is one thing. But
But it
again,
should be
Exactly.
human nature
real.
is you will expect something to your loved one. Definitely.
Right, ma'am.
Exactly,
Right,
ma'am.
ma'am. So if it's based on reality, then there is no problem. You can
Yes.
expect anything.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
ma'am.
why should I expect? Like
Point
if
that.
I know that the person will deceive me or I just like
Can
ma'am,
I ask you one simple question, Sachin?
yeah, why not?
Okay, I am your trainer here. You have been learning English with me since like a year now, right?
Hmm?
So do you expect me to give you answer, give you reply whenever you ask something, whenever you make any mistake, right?
Hmm?
You have your answer. Expectation is
It doesn't mean that I'm expecting from it. It means that you know me. Okay?
ऐसे
You
तो same
you
thing. Na? Your
understand me.
parents know you. They know you, right? So if you are
Exactly. But
expecting something from them,
for a
for
random
example,
people.
just for a very simple example, Sachin, for example, your father wants you to become a doctor, but your interest is in engineering. So you will expect him to understand na, that my father, he's my father, he will definitely understand that my interest is in engineering, not in doctoring. But what if he doesn't? That is called disappointment. So expectation leads to disappointments. If he
That's what I
understands
was
you, then
saying.
that's perfect. 90% expectations goes in disappointments. So
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now, don't expect anything. Like from a stranger, if you're meeting, if you are having
even after saying this, no, don't expect anything, you will expect something.
nothing like that now. Like if you
अगर
have
आप
this
किसी चीज में
thought,
इन्वेस्ट
it
करें ना,
will.
बहुत इजी एग्जांपल मैं आपको देती हूँ. फॉर एग्जांपल आप एक स्टॉक मार्केट में किसी कंपनी के आपने शेयर्स खरीदे हैं, आपने उस इक्विटी में इन्वेस्ट किया है, तो आप उससे एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे वो ग्रो करे, आपका पैसा डबल करे. और अगर वहीं पे वो लॉस में जाती है तो आपको क्या होगी? डिसअपॉइंटमेंट. तो जिस भी चीज में आप इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, चाहे वो रिश्ता हो, चाहे वो कंपनी हो, चाहे वो पढ़ाई हो, पढ़ाई से में हम इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. व्हाई डू वी डिवोट आवरसेल्व्स फॉर 15 years फॉर स्टडिंग? 15 इज द मिनिमम, लाइक ग्रेजुएशन. उसके बाद और होता है 16-17 होती है जब हम वो करते हैं मास्टर्स. व्हाई वी इन्वेस्ट? Because we want the outcome, because we expect that by the good degrees we will get good jobs, good career, will become successful in our life. This is all expectation.
And we could
Ma'am,
have a great
expectation. Yeah,
discussion
ma'am.
about this.
Yeah,
I don't want
I
to
would
waste
love to.
others' time. Otherwise,
You don't have anything to
uh,
say, actually. It's not
yeah, actually, I have a
you
like.
are speechless right now.
No,
But
no, no. It's nothing like that. I can prove it also because expectation always kills our dream. Okay, so it's never like that. You are expecting the person, okay, and you are getting that one, that things. It will never happen. Don't
अरे वो
expect
तो
that
हम,
he or she will
we
do.
are not telling you that it is incorrect. Me and Razi, what we are trying to say is that you cannot stop expecting anything from anyone,
Yeah, we can't.
because
We
it's
can't.
the human nature.
Yeah, we can't. For that, we can't.
Exactly.
That's
Okay.
natural. The more you think that I shouldn't expect, the more you will expect from others. Like suppose
Never,
simple example,
never.
ma'am.
If you made a thought
Simple.
on your mind that yeah, I will never expect from that person,
You will
that will
maintain
always be with you. That is
Now,
all because mind always read what you think.
time to the person, then you started expecting from that person, even stranger, ma'am, also sometimes.
exactly, Isha. You won't expect anything from a stranger.
Ma'am,
Not
even
that
it's
much.
simple. Like if he comes here daily, suppose, and if he comes and you don't give him chance, so he, of course, he expect that you should give him chance. And if you suppose it won't happen, but suppose if you ignore, so of course that expectation is natural.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is natural. But if she or he will not give me chance, so I will not be disappointed with that, because I am not considering that.
Well, he's a heartless
What
person.
you are saying that you can expect, that is good. You are saying that, yeah, it is natural.
Yeah, so the
But
main point, okay, coming to conclusion, expectation, it should be natural. And yes, you can
natural.
avoid particular person, okay?
Yes.
Like if
Now,
he
I
Yeah.
would
deceived you
request
or cheated
Sakshi
on you.
and Sachin to end this
May I
conversation
add
because
something,
there are
ma'am?
other students in the waiting. I believe Shailasa would like to speak, and who
Sakshi
was the
ma'am wants to
student?
join you, ma'am.
What was the name of that student? I think he left the session.
Can I add one point on expectation, because I also spoke on this topic?
Yeah, please. Yeah, Zishan.
Just one line, if you. Yeah, ma'am. Whatever you were saying is rightly true. Like, you can't control yourself by when you interact with person, when you are working, so you have some expectation. But what we can learn is we need to learn overcome. We should expect. Okay, yes, it is also the possibility. It is not like that. If I'm giving a favor, so I would expect.
Exactly,
And
exactly,
you
exactly.
have to learn this point. You can, for example, I studied 14 year engineering, but unfortunately I couldn't get the job, the right job which I have worked for. But how about the other option? That is my father business, and that can be a, more lucrative for me. But what if I'm insist with this engineering things? So no, I think so. Okay, yes, sometime you need to see the options, and then you should select it. Considering that, okay, yes, I did because I've been learning English for to get good job. No, you can use this English on your professional, other professionals' life, your relationship. So what we can learn to overcome on those emotions. That's what I wanted to say.
Ma'am, but it's not possible, ma'am. Even I expect it from my dog also, ma'am.
Guys,
He
again, this is
loves me
an
more than
ending
my
topic,
sister.
so
Then
let's
I
not
get jealous.
finish it here. I just have 3 minutes, and Shalasa is waiting to speak because this is like we can have a good debate on it. Shalasa, would you like to speak?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
So, ma'am, as everyone learns many things in their life, so do I. So, the best thing I have learned is to take the responsibilities, as it is a requisite to understand, to take and to fulfill your responsibilities. Like in my case, ma'am. So, last year my grandfather, my maternal grandfather passed away. So for some time, the whole family was, you know, kind of like mentally unstable. And at that time, I tried to control myself, my emotion, and my family. So earlier, my mother and my grandmother used to cook together, but nowadays I help my mother or father to cook, or I even cook myself with my sister to clean kitchen, etc. So basically, I learned how to be patient and calm. Like if one of the members, not only family members, but also if one of our friend, if one of our colleagues get furious, depressed, or perplexed, so it is our own duty to to first of all make ourselves calm and patient and handle the situation with love and affection. So this is the best thing I have ever learned, ma'am. And I would like to add one point to the expectation part, ma'am, that yeah, we can't stop our expectations, but at least we can minimize our expectations, because we expect from our relatives, our family members only. And it is the more chance that if they didn't fulfill our expectations, so we will be heartbroken. So it's better to minimize, or if you restricted kind of a thing yourself, like if you made yourself think like, okay, I should minimize my expectation related to maybe my sister, my friend. So it will be better, ma'am.
Exactly, that's what I want to say.
Okay.
At last.
Okay. At last. What do you want to say at last?
At last, what
Let's have
she
a
said.
topic, man. Expectation.
Why not?
Right. Let's not have any
Tomorrow or tomorrow.
I think,
Yes,
ma'am,
yes.
you should take
Anything
another
comment?
session on expectation.
Yeah,
Debate,
it
ma'am,
is
actually.
very
Why
long
not?
discussion.
Why not? Why not? Why not? And I
And
think
it was in
Razi,
group.
I think Razi,
Yes.
Isha, and who was that?
Sachin,
Ma'am,
ma'am is in that.
you are in
Sachin,
other
ma'am
team,
will be
and
in
I
our
will be.
team.
Oh yeah. We can do that. You will be in another team, and I.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, Reena. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
How are you, Reena?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you?
Great, great. I'm also fine. Okay, so we will start. We will wait for others and then we will start. Reena, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. I have only doubt for these prepositions. Where we use at and where we use in. Actually, same sentences. Whenever it will use at, and whenever we will use in. This difference I cannot find it.
Okay. So I understand what you're trying to say, that sometimes in the same sentence we are using at, sometimes we are using in,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
it is confusing you, right? I can
Yes,
understand, Reena. Reena, see, I'll tell you one thing. I was also talking about this in one of the previous classes, is that don't be very worried about where to use at or in or any kind of preposition in that matter, because you cannot remember all the preposition rules. मैंने आपको अगर सारे rules दे भी दिए तो सब कुछ याद रखना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. Preposition सीखने का बेस्ट तरीका है if you are learning spoken English. So if you are speaking every day, if you are listening to other people speak in English, if you continuously do this, automatically prepositions जो है आपके दिमाग में बैठ जाएंगे. Okay, so don't bother yourself too much with the rules. Of course, ऐसा नहीं हो कि for के जगह पे about बोल रहे हैं, for के जगह पे to बोल रहे हैं, इतना distance नहीं होना चाहिए. But in, on, at is fine. So just focus more on speaking. कीजिए, definitely preposition कीजिए, और कुछ भी doubt है तो पूछिए, that is also fine. But don't just go for the rules, because if you're going just for the rules, it will be very difficult to understand. Okay, use them, to actually use them in your daily speech.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
ma'am. Thank
Hi,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good evening.
Welcome. Good evening, Raji. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How can we say, ma'am, बच्चों में मासूमियत काफी झलकती है.
There is a lot of innocence in the kids.
Yeah, one way we can say there is a lot of innocence we will find in the children.
You can also say kids are innocent creatures.
Yeah, that's the simplest and crisp form.
Right.
Yeah, ma'am. That's the best one.
Yes.
So, ma'am, I want to share one incident. I was taking tuition, and there I was explaining about alphabets, Hindi alphabets, Varnamala.
Okay.
The word, ma'am, sure. So, Sayukta later, and I say Kshatriya, but it's quite difficult for children to understand. So I told them that Kshatriya means one who is good at war or fight. So one of my students instantly spoke, and she told, "Ma'am, I'm very good Kshatriya, you know."
Right. For them, it is very difficult to understand the entire system of how it works, right?
And she was not listening at all, ma'am. I was telling, no, Kshatriya example is Arjun, Karna. I'll tell you why they are called Kshatriya. But she's telling, no, ma'am, I'm also Kshatriya.
So sweet, my goodness. Kids are like really sweet, but sometimes they can be so like difficult to teach. You know, I also teach kids. There is this really young like boy and girl. They are siblings, okay, and both of them are equally naughty. So the boy always he lays down in class. During class, when I'm talking to him, he lays down. Like he's like this and writing like this, laying on the floor. And I say, why are you doing like this? Get up. And he's like, yes, I'm up only. He never listens. It's very difficult to handle
Very
kids.
hard to tackle it, ma'am.
Yes, very hard to tackle kids, especially online, you know. Like offline, I think they are a little intimidated by an adult's presence, but online they don't listen to you at all. They don't listen to you at all. It's very
During
difficult.
online session, they throw a lot of tantrums. Like
They throw a lot of tantrums, tantrums.
Like ma'am, they will go to drink water. They will sharp their pencil, or as you say, they
Oh
lay
my
down.
God. Oh my God, ma'am, can I sharpen my pencil? 2 minutes later, ma'am, can I go to the washroom? So this keeps on going. So once
And I need to repeat every time. Keep your camera on. Turn on your camera.
oh my God, that's another struggle. That's another struggle. And what he does is he takes his finger, and I can see almost that he's doing this constantly. He turns it off and on, off and on. So I tell him, don't do it. He says, I'm not doing anything, ma'am. I'm not doing anything.
So we can say they are bundle of innocence.
My God, they can be like, they are little, like what to say, they're innocent, but they can make your life a hell, living in.
Yeah,
ma'am, you are
Yes,
teaching
ma'am.
in
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening,
ma'am.
Abhay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome
Yes,
to the
ma'am. How are
class.
you,
ma'am, are you teaching in a school, ma'am?
No, I am. It's like the classes I take are related to Hello Learner, actually. It is another part of this.
For kids only?
It's for kids, yes. It's for kids. One-on-one classes. So one kid, one teacher.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Your study completed or not, ma'am?
Not yet, Abhay. I wish it would have been, but not yet. I still have around 3 months left. So I'm going in 2 weeks. So 2.5 months I'll have to stay there. 2.5 months.
What is
In
the
Calcutta.
topic for today?
Ma'am, you are doing postgraduate, ma'am?
No, I have completed my post-graduation. I'm doing my B.Ed.
B.Ed, okay.